Manchester United 3, Norwich 2. See! Salam sejahtera and welcome to JomUnited. We are a Malaysian Manchester United fan channel. Yes, dengan bangganya Buatan Malaysia. Hey guys, before we come into the ski and before we come to Cristiano Ronaldo, let's share something awesome with you guys, alright? We are actually collaborating with Castro for their hashtag #MyRedRivals campaign, alright? So basically what is this? This is basically leading up to the biggest game of the season, Liverpool versus Manchester United. Okay, we need you guys to go on Twitter to post your support and love for Manchester United, okay, regardless of our form recently. Also, and leave some banters for the Liverpool rivals, okay, and end your post with the hashtag #UndiUnited, okay, by 18th of April, okay. The personnel with the most votes, okay, will be selected, and they will get to meet their club legend, one of the club legend. At the moment now, it's not we are not sure who is the club legend yet, lah. Okay, but it's yet to be announced. Okay, virtually. All right. So guys, get on Twitter, start using the hashtag, and then also, I mean, let's try and make the best out of this game, lah. All right. So leading into this game, I nak tanya Jai, lama tak jumpa. So apa pendapat you tentang team kita, performance malam ni, and also leading into the game against Liverpool?
Okay, yang paling penting, yang paling mustahak kita tiga mata, dan yang paling bagus ialah kritikan kepada Cristiano Ronaldo. Dia hat-trick hari ni. Itu benda yang paling positif untuk kita berdepan dengan Liverpool, dengan Liverpool. Itu yang paling mustahak. Kita akan menjadi satu tim underdog. Walaupun kita tahu performance Liverpool whatever lah, kita tak nak dengar tu semua, tapi satu benda yang positif untuk game hari ni, untuk jumpa Liverpool. Itu yang paling mustahak. Satu benda yang positif.
Okay, Josh, looking at our standings at the moment lah. Okay, again, forget about the Everton game or Leicester game or whatever game. Looking at our standing at this moment, right? What's your take on our chances of maybe getting top 4?
Well, it's getting close. Looks like nobody wants the fourth place. And since it's up for grabs, well, the hope is still there. The dream is still alive. Let's make it happen lah. If you beat Liverpool, we have a much better fixture compared to Arsenal lah. And Spurs, on their day, they can be really good. But I think, yeah, it'll be a good fight until the end lah for the fourth place.
Okay, I can see someone who's not smiling, but okay, never mind. Smurf, my friend, what's your take on our game today against Norwich? Muted. You're muted, bro.
Okay, even my mic don't want to work lah.
Your mic also scared of what you're going to say, man.
I'll say there's nothing impressive about winning 3-2 against a team that is more or less going to be relegated. I mean, they are not 100% relegated, but looking at it, they will be relegated come end of the season with 6 more games to go for us. By right, for me, we should have been comfortable, right, higher on the table. Probably we have already achieved our ambition of top 4. I mean, with the current squad, I think top 4 ambition is realistic enough not to win the league or so forth. And at this current moment, when we have 6 games remaining, and you are meeting a team which is more or less going to be relegated, Norwich City, 20th in the table now, we should be playing more youngsters. And put it this way, I mean, yes, I'm a bit taken aback with Ralph Rangnick today, because I do not understand why is he starting Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, CR7 scored 3 goals, scored a hat-trick again today. But at the end of the day, come on. Our next game is just a couple of days more, and we have Liverpool. We should be resting him. And basically, Ronaldo should only be played for Liverpool, not every single game. Because if he's going to play today and then the next game, I don't think so. He's going to give his all. He's probably not going to be able to perform as what he did today. He should be rested. He is much older than the rest in the squad. So therefore, I think it was a bad decision to even start him today. But whatever the case is, congratulations to the GOAT, CR7. He scored a hat-trick, and I mean, I still thank him for that. But for me, starting him against Norwich City it wasn't a wise decision at the end of the day.
Okay, to pick up from what Smurf actually said. Okay, Jai nak tanya you. Okay, apa pendapat you that leading up to this game kan, kita punya, I would say, defense jangan cakap lah. Defense memang hancur. Hari ni pun hancur lah, whatever it is lah. But forwards, okay, moving into a big game like Liverpool game tu, forward players kita memerlukan confidence. Okay, memerlukan goals untuk at least ada sedikit fight bagi dia orang. So pendapat you, adakah you setuju dengan apa yang Smurf cakap tentang tak mainkan Ronaldo atau tak mainkan Ronaldo? Apa pendapat you?
No, actually ada baik dan ada betul dan ada yang rasanya tak boleh, saya pendapat saya memang tak boleh terima lah, pasal sekarang ni kita berada di kedudukan untuk nak dapatkan tangga yang keempat. So even macam mana pun moral kita memang dah teruk gila lah, pasal kita kalah dengan Everton, kita kalah dengan Leicester. So whatever pun, sebab sebelum-sebelum ni pun kehadiran Ronaldo ni untuk apa sebenarnya? Sebab kita tidak ada mungkin kita ada pemain muda lah, striker muda untuk menggantikan Ronaldo, tetapi tak cukup berpengalaman. Sebab the point is kita nak 3 point. Kita nak 3 mata. Whatever lah, kita dah tahu game kita memang hancur, defense kita hancur, defense CDM kita langsung tak ada, Pogba tak boleh buat kerja apa semua. Itu semua kita dah pernah cakap sebelum ni. Tetapi the end of, kita kena ada 3 point. Sebab kita berada di kedudukan 4. Nak dapatkan kedudukan 4. So whatever pun, Ralf Rangnick nak letak macam mana pun, sebab yang nampak sekarang ialah Cristiano Ronaldo saja yang boleh menjaringkan gol. Boleh konsisten menjaringkan gol. Tak ada orang lain. So ada betul untuk kita letak pemain muda, dan tetapi kita kena ingat, kita kena ada 3 point. 3 point ni lah mata yang paling berharga untuk kita. Dan satu lagi, kita nak berjumpa dengan Liverpool, kita kena dapat benda yang positif untuk menentang Liverpool. Even kita tak menang champion EPL ke whatever ke, sebab kita dah pernah kalah, kita kena revenge dendam yang kalah sebelum ni dengan Liverpool. Itu yang paling mustahak. Itu pendapat saya lah. 3 point adalah salah satu benda yang paling penting pada masa sekarang ni. Whatever.
Okay, Josh, just maybe you can add on with what Jai and Smurf actually mentioned. So do you think that actually Ralf Rangnick going into this game, he had any intention of maybe putting the young players in? Because I think Garnacho and Hannibal was on in the bench just now.
I think like you just said, Ladong, if you were leading 3-0, 4-0, I think they will definitely have their chance to play. But Smurfs, I'm really sorry to disagree you here. I think Ronaldo had to play today. We need to take every game as important as Liverpool, Man City and Chelsea. I think they are already in that standard where every game we need the 3 points. And look what happened. He scored a hat-trick. Yes. What makes you think that if we save him now, we draw with Norwich and then we go to Liverpool and we get points out of Liverpool? It's not necessarily that way. So we need to play the best 11 at every single game. We need to take every game that we need to put all our best 11 there. Yes, 3-2 to Norwich. It may be a boogie team, but they also are playing for relegation. They were a tough team. Normally, your last 6 to 8 games are all tough teams, are the bottom half of the team. So, well, Norwich, yes, at the bottom, but we needed the 3 points, and Ronaldo did it again at 37. He scored a hat-trick, and we needed that very much. And yes, he will definitely play again against Liverpool with this form. And what better than getting a hat-trick before the game starts?
Okay, Smurf, I mean, with our current squad and whatnot, right? I mean, with injuries and whatnot, do you see that going into the Liverpool game, right, we will stick to this formation, especially the midfield? Because honestly, I wasn't really impressed and then, of course, at the back of my mind, I'm thinking that if we were to play like this, confirm gone case. So what's your take on that?
Against Liverpool, I think the formation might stick, but probably the players is going to change. I think more or less it's going to bring in Matic to start the game. I'm not sure about if Fred is going to be ready. I do not think so. McTominay, I do not know. But for me, whatever the case is against Liverpool in the upcoming game, I'm very, very concerned, to be honest. I mean, if anybody is going to say that we are going to take revenge against Liverpool or so on. Well, it's your opinion, but for me, I am seriously concerned about the upcoming game. And yeah, for me, again, back to Ronaldo starting today. I think he should have been safe at the end of the day. Like what Josh said, I would have to agree. He's 37. He's 37. He is not capable of playing every single game. Yes, I mean, I'm sorry to say capable. I mean, he will be capable to play every single game, but will he be able to give his 100% on every single game? Fatigue takes a very big toll on him. He's 37. Mind you that he needs to go for training the next day or so forth. So for me, I think the way United is at the moment, we are horrible because we should have youngsters stepping up. But once again, I would have to blame the managers for this because the managers did not give any opportunity to any young striker coming up when Cavani was out, Ronaldo was out at one point. Ralph even played Pogba as our number 9. I recall that. Even Pogba was playing up front. I mean, we have people like Charlie in the youth system. So why not give them an opportunity? I mean, they might come in like what Rashford did when he first came in for United under, if I'm not wrong, he was under Wenger. If I'm not wrong, he came in for the UCL game and he scored 2 goals or so forth, and we got a win. So why not Ralph Rangnick give opportunity to the youngsters at that time? So this is my question again. We are basically playing a 37-year-old game in, game out. I think this is really, really wrong. Yes,
But
he scored a
Smurf,
hat-trick, no
Smurf,
doubt.
with regards to playing the youth and whatnot, wouldn't it be a bit, how to say, you're putting the youth in a bad position because we are not particularly doing well. Our senior players are not performing. So actually throwing in the youth at this moment, some would argue that it's a bad move because they weren't really, how to say, we have to actually ease them into games and whatnot. What's your take on that?
No, I think basically I'm not going to ask the whole team, all 11. I mean, okay, you got to keep the here there. I'm not going to ask for all 10 changes of 10 players. I mean, bring in progression. I mean, when Cavani was injured, when Ronaldo was out, we should have given Charlie a chance, for instance. And basically, when like today, I mean, Alejandro was on the bench, Hannibal was on the bench. Why bring in a defensive player when we were actually chasing the game? Yes, it paid off. No doubt, it paid off. We were 2-2 down, and we got a free kick. Ronaldo, a fantastic free kick. Nobody's going to take that away from him. But why not give the youths an opportunity? That's my question. I mean, we are playing against Norwich City. Or is our standard basically at the relegation zone? Put it that way, that we are afraid of playing Norwich City with our youths, that we have to play our first 11 against Norwich City, who is basically more or less relegated this season. So this is my question.
I think maybe also like what Josh was saying, just to echo what Josh was saying also, because I think the circumstances of the game, I think if we would have led by maybe 2-0 or 3-0 in the first half, probably most likely the youngsters will actually play. But of course, I don't know. Okay, Jai, I tanya you lah. Kalau situation macam tadi, example 2-2 situation, adakah you, kalau you manager, you akan keluarkan maybe a senior player dan masukkan young players untuk selamatkan game tu? Apa pendapat you?
Benda ni simple je sebab dalam masa yang sama kita draw 2 sama dan penjaring kita orang yang sama, tak ada orang yang lain. So kalau nak mempertaruhkan nasib, sebab kita sekarang ni macam saya cakap tadi sebelum ni, kita nak dapatkan tangga keempat untuk qualify pergi Champions League. So kita sekarang tengok kita punya point dengan tim-tim Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur semua, sebab sekarang ni kita perlu menang dan mengharapkan pasukan lain kalah. So sekarang kita nak mempertaruhkan nasib dengan player muda. Mungkin nasib kita baik, mungkin nasib kita tak baik. Macam mungkin masa zaman Sir Leverkusen, Macheda masuk and then score. So berubah semua. So mungkin nasib kita baik, mungkin nasib kita tak baik. Tetapi jangan lupa kita ada Elanga, pemain muda. Tapi apa yang Elanga buat untuk game hari ni? Okay,
early on ada lah. Early on ada nampak lah.
So kenapa Elanga layak untuk pergi first 11? Alejandro ke Iqbal ke apa whatever yang ada dekat bench sekarang tak masuk. Itu kita kena mungkin Ralph Rangnick tak nak mempertaruhkan nasib dia. Maksud dia nasib untuk point tadi. That's why dia masih memberi kepercayaan kepada Cristiano Ronaldo. And then kepercayaan yang diberi untuk Cristiano Ronaldo, dia tak bawa keluar dan Cristiano Ronaldo score last goal, maknanya hat-trick. So nak mempertaruhkan nasib ataupun nak 3 point, itu saja. Antara tu 50-50. Itu antara Ralf Rangnick punya decision maker lah.
Okay, Josh, the area that I want to talk about, the midfield, all right? The likes of Pogba and Bruno. I think many of us will agree that Bruno was very, very poor today. Pogba, lethargic, a bit of brilliance here and there, but I don't think it's any game-changing moments and whatnot. So do you think, like, with this midfield that we played today, right, maybe Ralf Rangnick should have, like, maybe put Hannibal in to replace one of these players?
No, I think this was the best available for midfield today. With McFred out, unfortunately, like for example, like Fred, he was he would be a good addition for this game, playing a box to box. But I think this was the 4 best prior to the game started lah. I mean, yes, we want to let the youngsters play and so forth lah. For me, they will have their chance again. The experienced players has more to play for on these games where we needed the 3 points most. And most importantly, the experience at the last 10 minutes where we get, you look how Mata came in and played and changed the game. He played it. Imagine it was Hannibal or Garnacho or someone else. He might not perform as good as what Mata did, because Mata had the experience. He's not the fastest player. He was smart enough to change the game. He was good enough to play. And even they brought in Matic. Matic was more like playing the third centre back so that the wing backs can go up. So it's not per se a defensive substitute. Is per se to have 3 centre backs whereby the wing backs go fly up further. So in a way, right, it's not that I want to disagree on the youth to play. I love the youth to come in, but we don't want them to go in straight away to come in this game where we really need the 3 points. It's not like the last 3 games where we don't need any more points. There are still something to play for. And what's more better than giving the most experienced player and the most performing 11 players to play and start the game? This is just, we got something on a lifeline here that we can play for. It's not that we don't want to put in the youths and we go straight away put in 2-3 youths to play against Norwich. We might be even 2-3 down in the end of the day, to start and then come back from behind. At the end of the day, we still want to depend on our most experienced players to get the 3 points.
Okay, I got a comment here by Sufi with regards to the youth. Be realistic lah. Young player masuk as sub can lah. As first, really risky. We are a joke. We are almost done this season. Ronaldo always saves us. But I think what in a way what Smurf is actually saying, that maybe the substitutions and whatnot also we could actually
it's not only that. Basically, we had Rashford on the bench. Okay, I'm not going to consider him a youth. He's basically a seasoned player for Manchester United. But why can't we play Rashford instead of Cristiano Ronaldo for this game? I mean, you're telling me that Rashford 90 minutes he couldn't make any. I'm not asking him to score a goal, but he can't make an impact against a Norwich City defense. That's a big question mark. Because if he can't do that, being a seasoned player who have played with us for a couple of seasons now, then out the door, he has to leave. If he's not good enough, if the manager can't trust his players, can't trust Rashford, then adios, you have to go. So yeah, I would agree. Bring Hannibal probably later on in the second half. I'm not asking them to be started, but give them experience. This is when we should be giving them experience. And we had Rashford on the bench. He should have started as the number 9 today, or basically play a front 3 forward. He, Sancho, and Ilanga can interchange. That's another thing. So it's not just about the use, but what about Rashford? He was on the bench.
But I don't know. I think in a way, Smurf, I don't really agree with you with Rashford, because I think he's someone who is low on confidence right now. And then going into, again, the Liverpool game, right, I feel that this Norwich game, it's huge for us. I know they are basically at the bottom of the league and whatnot, but it's huge. We need the goals. We need the confidence for people like who has been performing before this. Ronaldo, Sancho, Ilanga, and whatnot. I think they are the main 3 that we need to give a bit of boost of confidence. And then if, again, we take a lead or whatnot, then we can actually bring Rashford in to bang in a few more goals. What do you think about that?
I mean, but for me, at the end of the day, you said that Rashford is low on confidence. What else better games for him to actually come in to basically gain his confidence against the 20th in the PPL? And you're telling me he can't gain confidence from that? He cannot perform against the 20th in the Premier League? Then for me, if that is the case, then he has to go. If the manager can't trust him, if he cannot perform, if he's going to be down of confidence for the next 2 or 3 seasons, which he was basically very, very bad, what's the use of keeping him? We should do what we did to Martial to him. we got to send him off because you can't perform out the door. That's about it. There's no second chance. We gave you many chances. So if you're not going to take the opportunity, adios, bye-bye.
Okay.
He slided in Marshall just nicely for you.
Yeah, that's
Dom.
why. That's why. But then it's like I wanted to, but then it's like nah, don't want lah. Because Marcel is gonna come back. He's gonna be the hero next
Yeah, I
season.
mean, that is a very good example. Marshall, he was not performing for United. Okay, he went off the door. I mean, whatever, if he's performing in his other club or not, it doesn't really matter to me. But if Rashford would not be performing and he can't gain confidence basically playing against the 20th in the Premier League, what use is Rashford? What use of it paying his salary for? So just cut him off if that's the case. Are we going to babysit him and basically pamper him and basically say, oh, though, your confidence will come back, your confidence will come back? Utter rubbish.
I agree. When you talk about that, I agree in that sense. Okay, you got a comment here by Sonic. Sonic is like, I think you got an agenda against Teles, man. Teles will not gonna affect from Harry Maguire disease. Then people will say Teles is better than Shaw. I don't know. Jai, apa pendapat you tentang performance Teles kebelakangan ini? Okay, and then do you think I mean sekarang Shaw, I think dia baru buat surgery operation or something to remove the screw kat kaki dia, so I think he'll be out for the whole season. So apa pendapat you tentang Teles setakat ini?
No, kalau cerita pasal Teles punya every game, dia kadang ada bagus dan kadang-kadang dia bukan tak bagus, tetapi mungkin dia nak describe game tu tau, yang gameplay dia. Sebab sekarang ni kalau kita tengok macam game tadi, dia ada cross, dia ada overlap, dia ada buat shield. Dia kat situ memang dia punya kerja lah. Tetapi kalau tanya dapat saya, Shaw dengan Teles, Shaw masih ada kelebihan sedikit daripada Teles. Mungkin Teles boleh lagi improve by game lah. So kalau tanya pasal antara back four yang ada dekat United sekarang, Teles antara yang terbaik selain daripada Shaw, sebab dia ada kelebihan. Shaw ni ada kelebihan sebab dia lebih confident level dia lebih sikit daripada Teles. Mungkin Teles ni baru masuk dekat United, jadi dia masih lagi tengah improvise dia punya game lah. Tetapi dia antara yang terbaik lah defend dekat United sekarang ni.
Okay, we got a PSA by Justin Sean. Someone please cheer Smurf up. I'm scared to even listen to him. Smart lah, dey. Your life after how long? Your fans all miss you, dey. Serious. Okay, Josh. Leading into the Liverpool game, I think the $1 million question: our defense. How do we salvage our defense for that big game?
I think they're going to be screwed, but never mind.
We need to outscore them. We just need to outscore them.
We just need to outscore them. I think a 4-3 scoreline would be perfect. But you see, the game against City, the last game, not today's game, the last game, right? They have a big gap on their left back and right back. We can do that. We can penetrate them on the counter. If Robertson and Arnold goes up, there will be a gaping hole at the if let's say Sancho really shows up, or even Elanga or Rashford comes in, whoever plays on the right wing. If we can do on the counter, we can get those goals in. And Ronaldo, he will definitely start the next game. And I think if we can score goals, we might need this. But if we don't, we are ready to get some sort of a beating lah. But we just need to score goals. All we need is goals. And looks like the goals are coming. I gave up hope on our defense, by the way. With Maguire behind, I don't even want to look there. I already lost of words of what Maguire and friends can do. But Lindelof, right? Today was magnificent lah. Yeah.
Top up. I harap Maguire kena COVID lah. So dia tak main dengan Liverpool.
No, janganlah. Alamak.
No lah.
But I mean,
let me put it this way Dom. The first 3 minutes, I think who had a shot on target and De Gea actually came out with a brilliant save. I mean, whose fault was it? Midfield was off position and the defense was never there to cover. That is why De Gea had to basically come out and be the last man for United, which he did tremendously well. He saved it. He read the game. He saved it. So for me, the defense, the only thing that I wish that would happen is basically Pogba to bloody hell kick Maguire's head
Oh
Next
yeah, we
game,
forgot.
injured. Yeah,
We forgot
kicked
about
his
that,
very
man.
head back. I mean, we saw Pogba being frustrated. He basically banged the ground after got a stuck on his head by Maguire. So I hope that Pogba, before you leave or if you are leaving, do us a favor. Please, bloody hell, kick Maguire's head once, twice, doesn't really matter, and make sure he doesn't play for the next game. I mean, that is one revenge that I would really, really love to see. This guy has basically injured Ronaldo and now kicking Pogba bleeding. So he's a
Yeah, he's
captain
giving
of a clown, basically.
and he's giving David De Gea heart attacks lah, multiple heart attacks lah. Okay. I mean, on a realistic side of things lah. Okay, I know we most likely we are going to see Maguire play lah this Wednesday morning lah. Okay, because with Varane injured and whatnot. So maybe I'll take a bit of input from you since you're a coach and whatnot, right? But if Maguire plays, which most likely he's going to do, right? How are we going to like bolster our defense? Play with 3 centre backs or what now? What do you think?
I think probably if the FA allows 2 goalkeepers, then we'll bring in Dean Henderson and David De Gea. Okay, put it this way. We are going to Enfield. Okay, we know that their fans is basically going to be the 12th man. But
Yes.
unfortunately for United, they are going to have the 13 man in heavy front Guire. He's going to be their 13 man. He's going to assist them. Or basically, he's going to make a stupid mistake which is going to cause a goal. Because he is that clueless, he's that stupid. He can basically whack Ronaldo. He can basically injure his own teammate. What else he can't do? Tell me about it, man.
We got a comment here by a moderator. Imagine setting your alarm at 3 a.m. to watch Maguire play. Yeah, 2:30 lah, 2:30 alarm, and then go back to sleep. Hey, but then don't for this particular game, right? Don't miss it. Don't miss it. All right. At least use the hashtag first. All right. Undi United. Okay, so maybe Jai, leading to Liverpool game formation, apa formation yang you akan berdasarkan cara kita main hari ni, players form ke apa yang you nampak, formation yang you rasa paling bagus untuk at least boleh upset Liverpool lah this Wednesday.
No, actually kalau nak cerita pasal formation, kita dah banyak pakai formation dah, macam-macam kita pakai daripada zaman Ole ke zaman Rashford, backend pressing lah, whatever kan. Cuma sekarang ni, the point is, kita jangan buat kesilapan saja. Itu saja. Tambah-tambah macam yang kita nampak, Maguire memang selalu buat kesilapan, midfield kita selalu lose, lepas tu defend kanan, defend kiri kita tenggelam. So, pada I, formation, whatever kita nak letak formation pun, 4-4-2 ke, diamond ke, apa benda semua, formation yang ada, selagi kita tak buat kesilapan dekat Enfield, selagi tu kita akan selamat. Dan selagi tu peluang yang kita ada, kita gunakan dengan sebaiknya, kita at least kita pergi sana as underdog lah. Sebab kita tengok kita punya game tadi pun, kita punya game yang sebelum-sebelum ni pun, kita kena underdog. So, jangan ada mistake lah. That's paling penting lah. Formation macam mana pun, jangan ada mistake. Itu saja.
Mustahil, Jai. Mustahil.
Memang mustahil.
Selagi you ada fraud Guire dekat sana,
the first mistake,
that is basically the first mistake. To be honest, that's already the first mistake. Not to say naming him on the bench, naming him in the team list. Guys. Don't say first 11 in the team list. That is basically a mistake by itself. It's a sin.
I tambah sikit, guys. I dah cakap daripada dulu, jual semua player. Bruno, Maguire, semua daripada dulu lagi ada suruh jual, tapi korang
and then just to I think kita kena apologize to Jai. Remember when Varane came in, apa Jai cakap kan? Oh my god, now he's coming through kan. Oh my god. Apa Lindelof dengan Varane, apa beza dia?
Apa beza? Maguire Varane datang untuk menjatuhkan United. United jadi apa sekarang?
So it might not be conspiracy, it might be the truth, might be the truth.
I think Varane was basically brought in to basically be temankan George lah. I mean Phil Jones. Yeah, sorry. He came in to basically accompany Phil Jones lah, probably.
Okay, Justin Sean, Maguire played tribute to Shawn Michaels with a sweet chin music to Pogba. Okay, we got a comment here by Raj. let's play with 10 players without Maguire. At least we will stand a chance. As funny as
Agreed,
this
bro.
may seem, I think this is good. This is true, man. This is true.
It's better that United play with 10 than Liverpool play with 13 players
13
with their
players.
fans and heavy Maguire.
Okay,
This
Josh.
guy's a real fraud.
Josh, you were saying earlier on that we basically need to, how to say, for the Liverpool game, we need to score goals and whatnot. So how would you actually set up our team for this game?
Oh, I just hope. I can't believe I'm saying this. I just hope Fred comes back, lah.
Hey, Fred is doing well, like. Come on, like, he's doing well.
Yeah, that's the thing. I hope Fred comes back because we need that person to at least play with the midfield. But yeah, I think the only way we can play if we can stick with this current formation. No point putting 3 centre backs. He's going to confuse the situation. Trust me, Maguire is already bad enough there. You're going to put more complication at the back by putting a third centre back. It's going to be even more worse. So I would say, free for all, go 4-3-3, go and attack them, go and attack Liverpool because we have the capability to score goals and attack the players. On our very day with Bruno, Sancho, Ronaldo, everyone on form, right? We can get 2 to 3 goals, definitely. And with that 2 to 3 goals, who knows, we might just get a point back to Old Trafford.
Would you actually play Rashford in the game against Liverpool? The front three, who would you put in the front
Actually,
three?
to be honest, I would start him because Liverpool just played today. They played their first 11. Maybe Ilanga can be on the bench because he is also a very good impact player. Maybe start off Rashford on the right, Sancho on the left, and Ronaldo up front, behind with Bruno. The 2 central midfielders, I just hope Fred comes back and Fred play alongside Pogba. But if you're going to put the McFred or Fred with Matic, well, possibly that can happen, but it will be very, very defensive. But I'm just wanting to have a very good front three so that we can score the goals. That's my only optimism for the game coming up.
But I'm afraid that Pogba probably might even miss the next game because he probably has to go to his barber and modify his head. I mean, he got hit by Maguire bleeding. Yes,
braids,
got to cover the
or something
wound.
like that.
Yeah, he probably missed the game, man.
I don't know. Oh yeah,
Hey,
but
guys.
serious question, Spurf. Would you actually? I mean, if assuming he's that one is just a minor injury, no big deal, right? Would you actually start Paul Pogba?
Well, if Fred is back, then I actually won't start Paul Pogba. I won't start Paul Pogba. I mean, based on his performance today, he really did nothing really much. And yes, like I say, he is a fantastic player overall. It's just that whether he wants to play or not. He chooses his games to play at times. So for me, this sort of attitude does not deserve to play against only the big teams, which he will go in and flop at the end of the day as well. So I mean, he couldn't even control the game against the team who is 20th in the BPL, I'll put it that way. So what makes more about him playing against Liverpool? So yeah, I think he should just stop joking himself and probably sit the game out. I would not start him if I was the person in charge of it. No way.
Okay, Jai, tadi you nak tambah apa tadi?
I nak tanya, guys, last kali siapa yang score dengan pemain MU United, siapa yang score dengan Liverpool?
The last game.
So we are
last game
5-0
last game,
Salah
Ronaldo offside lah. That was the only one.
De Gea on goal.
Yeah. Not have a player from United yang score kan. So that mean kalau kita pergi untuk next game ni dengan Liverpool, at least ada seorang ke ataupun 2 orang yang boleh score. Sebab kita dah lama tak score dengan Liverpool.
Kau jangan, Jai. Kau jangan. I mean, let me be very frank with you. Kau jangan mengharapkan begitu kerana kau jangan lupa kita ada Maguire. Nanti dia terjaring own goal pun goal juga. Capai impianmu.
Dia confused. Dia tengok.
Kau jangan confuse.
Dia jangan confuse kan Maguire.
He will probably forget. He will whack David De Gea this time. Probably it might be David De Gea. He'll probably give a kung fu kick to David De Gea. David De Gea goes in the ball. The ball and David De Gea goes into the net. I would not be surprised. This guy is such a joke.
Okay,
tapi
guys,
I think next dengan Liverpool ni Maguire tak main kot.
Mungkin Maguire 1-0 Maguire menang. 1 gol.
Confirm.
MU menang 1-0 Maguire kita.
If really that happened, I think he deserved the armband next season also,
He's going to claim that for the next 10 years.
Okay, guys, I think we'll do a quick round robin now, right? I'll start with Josh first. Okay. Your prediction for the Liverpool game and also our chances of finishing top 4. Let's go.
For the sake of Smurf, United win 1-0 with a Harry Maguire late header.
And the top four, our chance, looking at how we are in the table right now, our chance of actually finishing in top 4. Not Conference League, not Conference League.
I think for the fourth place, we are still there. Like, looking at today's result, both Spurs and Arsenal lost. We are now on par with Arsenal, and we have a game with Arsenal. So I think the hope is still there. And looking at the next 6-7 games for the three teams, we have the better fixture lah. But you know, every time we have the better fixture, we'll fuck it up or screw it up. But let's see. Hopefully it goes our way for the last one. And by the way, we could be as same as Liverpool with no trophies and in Champions League. Think about it.
Positive.
Think about it.
Okay, Smurf, to you. All right. Score prediction against Liverpool. All right, let's keep it a bit more positive.
I thought we were talking about Norwich City and Manchester
Norwich
United.
is done.
Today.
Norwich is done. Ronaldo is the hero. That's the thing. Ronaldo is the hero. Okay, Liverpool. The score predictions against Liverpool and also our chance of finishing in top 4.
I've always said top 4. I don't think so. We would actually get into the top 4 this season. And I mean, let me be honest. There's 2 reasons why I wish we don't get into the top 4 as well. Number 1, revenues will be lower for the bloody Glazers. Okay, it will be lower for the Glazers. That's number 1. And number 2, I think we have to hit our reset button. We got to be realistic. We got to hit back our reset button and basically start all over again. I mean, the next manager who is probably coming in, Erik ten Hag, somebody who I wish from the start to take over Manchester United. If he were to come in, I think he's going to reset a lot of things. Okay, and a lot of players will be sold. He's going to bring in probably a few more players, and it will take time for us to gel with the new players in, with the deadwoods out of the club. I think it's not going to be wise to go into Champions League, get a good amount of money, but humiliate ourselves once again. So I think no, I'd rather sit out of the Champions League for the next season.
How about the Conference League?
No, to me, Conference League is just a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. If it's not going to be Champions League, at best, it's going to be Europa. If it's not going to be Europa, at best, just to not qualify for any European football, because it's going to be a total waste of time. And
actually,
you know that you got a lot of lower teams in the Conference League. I mean, from other countries. I mean,
Play
look
your
at the
youngsters
pitch.
lah. Play
No,
the
maybe
youngsters.
youngsters,
Yeah,
Conference
but
League.
a good platform
Yeah,
for the
you want to
youngsters.
play youngsters is right, but you're gonna go
Yeah.
to pitch basically macam Padang Malaysia, put it that way. You got lubang here, lubang there. I mean, injury comes in and stuff like that. So think about it. I would not want my players to be injured. I'm not interested in the Conference League, and if it's not Europa, it's then we just get out of Europe. That's about it for one season. Press the reset button, regroup again, and come back strong the following season.
Okay, before I move to Jai, right, we got a good comment by Edwin Gomba. Play the carry tactic of 3 CDM and free roll Sancho, Rashford and Bruno, so we can play counter attack tactic. Oh, bagus. Biasa dia batu api, but today got some idea yang bernas. Okay, Jai, so macam mana pendapat you score prediction against Liverpool dan macam mana kita akan chances kita untuk finish at top 4 this season?
I harap sebab semalam I jadi I kan. So Norwich City ni I tak nak. I nak menang dengan Liverpool. Even macam mana pun. So itu adalah hadiah hari jadi saya lah. So I target MU akan menang 2-1. At least lah 2-1. Kemungkinan 2-1. Tapi tetap menang lah. Whatever macam mana pun mesti kena menang. Sebab sekarang ni kita tak boleh untuk player United yang ada dekat luar sana, I harap you all jangan buang point lah, 3 point. So, harap point yang ada ni, game yang ada ni digunakan sebaik mungkin. I tak kisahlah Conference League tu, I tak fikir pun sebenarnya. Yang paling penting sekarang, kita jangan bazirkan point. Whatever pun kita kena bermain mati-matian. So, untuk stage, untuk chance kita, stage untuk chance kita dekat tangga keempat, sebenarnya kita ada chance kalau kita tak buang point. Dan kita mengharapkan tim-tim yang ada ni kalah. So, itu yang paling mustahak. Okay. Kalau boleh tambah sikit satu lagi tak? Yang manager baru tadi.
Sila.
Kalau manager baru ni, Kalau tetap ada sampah-sampah sarap yang ada dekat dalam yang sekarang ni, so nothing lah. Kita tak payah nak mengharapkan apa dia boleh berubah. Maguire boleh berubah.
Itu kita akan bincang di episod yang lain kerana itu akan ambil 2 jam lah. Smurf akan cakap 2 jam.
No, one more thing that what Jai said basically, kita tak apa tadi kata Jai tak drop point lah. Tak
Kita
rugi
jangan
point
buang point, jangan buang point.
Kita tak buang point bro, kita tak buang point. Kita baik.
Donate.
Manchester United baik. Kita just donate point saja bro.
Derma.
Derma saja. Kita tak payah buang, kita derma. And let me be very honest lah, okay? I did not answer Dom your question. I don't think so. I want to go and answer about the score, Liverpool versus Manchester United in the upcoming game. But if United were to win, it's probably the 8th wonder of the world.
and with that, and also with the comment of Henderson in the rebuild of Eric Ten Hag, Henderson in. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Okay, in fact, actually, we have a special episode tonight with our rivals tomorrow night. All right, so stay tuned. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. We'll go live again. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Okay, like usual, please like, share, subscribe. Good night.
Ding dong.
Join our Telegram.